recall where you all finished the Cup standings last year, but I know a couple of years ago you played the Bucks in like a Cup quarterfinal game. So what's kind of your?
Was it a quarter? I don't think we made that a pool play.
Okay, I can't remember. I know there was like an extra.
Nah, I vividly remember that we were supposed to make it out. I think we ended up losing to the Nets, and we ended up going 3-1 time with the Celtics. And then they had the last game. The Celtics, I think, played like, was it Toronto or something? It was someone like that. It might have been Chicago. Yeah, and so because we were up like 20-something points, and whoever it was playing the Celtics laid an egg in that game, and they ended up losing by like 27, and we ended up not making it off the points. And I'm like, yo, this is some BS.
Well, you just actually
cheat me out of money.
Question about
man,
like if you like
messing with my money on.
I mean, so I'm just curious. I mean, look, man, this year I think it's 531 if you win for the BRI. Like it's going up a little bit. So
nice.
Just I guess this is your experience with it. Knowing tonight, like the Bulls are also number 1 in the East, so you've that, and then you've got pool play. Just kind of your thoughts on some heightened intensity to a degree, or like how does it matter? Does it matter a little more at this stage, or is it more later?
I think it's. You got to look at it all through the same, because we can say, oh, it's not that serious right now, and lay an egg and knock on wood, lose the game, and we might be out, not even in contention for the rest of we might even have a chance to qualify. So I think we just got to take this game very seriously, and the main thing is that we're on our home court. We can't let them come in and beat us on our home court. So I think we just got to have a sense of pride with that, and I know we do. I know we will, and as you said, they're number 1 in the East. They've been hooping. And that's what was kind of stressed today in Shootaround. And so we'll be ready for tonight.
What is it that catches your attention? I don't know how much you've been able to see of the Bulls on tape or just at home. Just what you're seeing. What's caught your attention about them? What's different about them?
They've been relentless just as a team. Like, whether like they have like a way they play, they get to the paint, they create corner threes, they play fast. And we was talking about today in Shootaround that they've had a few games where they've been down 25, down 20, down 15, and they've kept continuing to play the same way, hung in games, and ended up winning those games. And so I think that for us, we've had some games we've gotten up and then letting teams back in. So I think this will be a great test for us, and being able to try to play with a lead, and but at the same time respecting this team, because as you said, number 1 in the East, they've been hooping. They got a lot of good players, and we just got to respect them and give them a good game.
Has that changed in your time in the NBA? Like the first half league, like is there a number that exists anymore? Like it feels like when I first started this job, if you were up 15, 20 in the first half, like all right, it's a wrap, game's over. Like is that number like 25?
I can't tell you if there's a number. I just know in this day and age in this league, like every team shoots it, and with that 3-point line, you can't really ever fully count teams out. And so, sorry, y'all, this light is bright right here. I ain't gonna lie, it's beaming. But so I think we just, whether we can, no matter if we get up a big amount, whether it's a close game, we got to maintain our focus and can't have mental lapses that let them either back in the game or let them get a win against us, because it's our game to win.
It works the other way, obviously, too.
Yeah.
Like, if you're down big, it's like, no, this
yeah. I mean, our last game against Toronto, we were down 15-20, and, I think there were several times where we could have brought it back within striking distance. They did a good job playing with that lead, and it is what it is. The NBA, never know what's gonna happen.
These like 2-day off resets don't really happen all that often in game season. So do you guys kind of take like, all right, this is what happened in the first 8 games, and this is something we need to be focused on? Like, how do you guys kind of treat these 2 days aside from getting some rest?
Definitely got a little rest. First back-to-back of the year, always a little brutal. I know everyone was hurting a little bit. I think that, we had talked about it. They gave both teams, they gave the Bulls and us 2 days off the rest. So, they want us to come in here with a lot of energy for sure. And I think we got to maintain our focus, because we should all have fresh legs for tonight. And we come in with a high level of focus, everyone on one accord. We all want to go win that in-season tournament championship. So I think if we just maintain our focus, stay locked in, we'll have a good chance to win this game. And, in front of the home crowd, it's going to be nice. But we got the green court. Yeah, it's going to be a game. It's going to be a good time.
Last night you went shopping at Kohl's.
Yep, that's me.
I went with students from the Boys and Girls Club. How was that?
That was a great experience. Yeah, I was able to link up with some kids who have been doing a lot of good work for themselves. They've just been getting ready for the real world. Not as fortunate. They were able to come in there, have a good time. They all got $300 Kohl's gift cards. We're able to go in there, get some little nice business attire for an interview. And so it was cool to get in there and just, hang around with some of those kids, chop it up with them. They like 14, 15 years old. So, I remember when I was back when I was that young, about 10 years ago, they got such a different perspective on the world because, they kids, But it was a great experience. Shout out to the Bucks, obviously, for helping me set that up. Coles, and I had a blast. It was cool to finally get out here in Milwaukee and get connected with some kids.
Well, I was going to ask you about that because obviously you understand what it's like to be that age. Just how important was that for you? How impactful was it for you to be able to reach out to them in that way?
It was really dope, because a lot of those kids, I think most of them, if not all of them, were Bucks fans. Kids from Milwaukee, kids who look up to me. I had the one girl who was telling me, she was like, "Yo, man, I've been watching you since you was in high school, Oak Hill. Like watching you since you was at UNC." She's like, "I got 5 older brothers. They had me watching you at UNC." I'm like, "Oh man, that's really cool. That's really cool." And so just to kind of see those smiles on their faces, knowing that this is probably gonna be a memory for something they'll take with them for a while, it was great. It was just really cool to see.